Hello everyone, welcome to the course LO7 Warehouse and Inventory video with me Fandi Bestario Harlan. In this video, we will continue discuss about demand forecasting in the supply chain with a special topic, demand forecasting methods. And the learning objective is students are able to calculate forecast demand in the supply chain given historical data using time series method. And the second one is students are able to analyze demand forecast to estimate forecast error. The objective of any forecasting method is to predict the systematic component and estimates the random component. It has been discussed in the previous video that the most common forms of the systematic components are levels, trends, and seasonality. The specific form of the systematic components that can be applied depends on the demand type. In this video, we will discuss time series forecasting with two types. There is a moving average and simple exponential smoothing method. In adaptive forecasting, the forecast of the level, trend, and seasonal values will be revised after observations are made on each demand. However, this equation in adaptive method can also be used for cases where the systematic component has no trends or seasonality. First, we will try to identify some of the terms that will be used. There is LT or estimate level at the end of period T. TT is estimate of trend at the end of period T. ST is estimate of seasonality for period T. FT is forecast of demand for period T. And DT is actual demand in period T. And ET is forecast error in period T. While ET is equation with FT minus DT. The first method is moving average. This method is used when the demand for historical data has no trend or has no seasonality, so that we can formulate a systematic component of the demand is equal to the level. In this moving average method, the level in time period T is estimated by calculating the average demand for a number of the most recent n periods. So it will represent a moving average for n periods, which is can be formulated as LT or level in time period T equals DT or demand in time period T plus D T minus 1 or demand in time period T minus 1, and so on, sum up as many as demand in n periods. Then the sum of all demands in n periods will be divided by n period used in this calculation. Well, because the systematic component is the same as the level, the forecasting value in time period T plus 1 is the same as the level value in the time period T. So the formula is FT plus 1 equals to LT, and FT plus N is equal to LT. Then after getting the actual value of the demand in the time period T plus 1, we should be revise the estimates using the formula LT plus 1 equals to DT plus 1 plus DT plus demand in time period T minus N plus 2, then divided by N. Our forecasting formula becomes FT plus 2 equals to LT plus 1. Okay, here we have a first case study. We have a problem here. There are supermarkets that have demand 4 weeks in a row. There is demand 1, 120 gallons. Demand 2 is 127 gallons. Demand 3 is 114 gallons. And demand 4 is 122 gallons. And the question is, what is the forecast value for the data on demand in the 5th week? And here we use a moving average. And the second question, what is the forecast error if demand in period 5 turns out to be 125 gallons? Then to answer the questions above, based on the formula of the moving average, the level value can be found by calculating the sum of all demand value for n periods divided by n. And here we have each demand value in 4 periods. So the level in period 4 is equals to 120.75. Then to find the forecast demand in period 5 is equal to the value of the level in period 4. So forecast in period 5 or F5 is equal to 120.75 gallons. Then based on the equation at the actual demand value in period 5, it turns to be 125 gallons. What is the error value from the previous forecasting calculation? So we know that the error value is the difference between the actual value and the forecasting value. Then E5 is F5 minus D5. Equation for E5 is 4.25 gallons. Now, if the actual value differs from the forecast value, then the previous forecast value cannot be reused for the next calculation in the next period. So it needs to be revised to level in time period 5, then total demand in latest 4 periods divided by 4. So the level value in period 5 is 122. Then we can use the forecast for period 6 using this new level value. And the second method is simple exponential smoothing. This method is used when the demand for historical data has no trend and has no seasonality, so that we can formulate a systematic component of the demand is equal to the level. The calculation is also same as the moving average method. The level value is obtained from the average value of demand in n periods, and the formula becomes L in period 0 is equal to 1 per n multiplied by the number of di, where the value I is equal to 1 until I is equal to n periods. So that the demand forecast for the next periods is the same as the level value, or formulated as F T plus 1 equals to LT, and F T plus N equals to LT. Or we can say this forecast in time period T plus 1 is equal to level in time period T, and forecast in time period T plus N is equals to level in time period T. After the actual demand value for T plus 1 or DT plus 1 is obtained, then the forecasting value can be revised based on the actual demand value at period T plus 1. And the estimates level becomes level in time period T plus 1 equals to alpha multiplied by DT plus 1 plus alpha minus alpha multiplied LT. While alpha is the constant value for the level with a value range between 0 to 1. Then we have the second case study. The second case study, we're using the same data as the previous case study, but we here using the alpha as a constant value is 0.1. And the first step, we need to identify the level value at period 0. by totaling all demand and dividing it by 4 periods. So level in period 0 value is 120.75. After that, we can estimate that forecasting demand in time period 1 is equal to level value in time period 0. That is equal to 120.75 gallons. Then after that, we can calculate the error value. We can use the formula error in time period 1 is equal to forecast in time period 1 minus actual demand in time period 1. So 120.75 minus 120 is equal to 0.75. After that, we can calculate new value level in time period 1 using constant value 0.1. We using formula level in period 1 is equal to alpha multiplied by demand in period 1 plus 1 minus alpha multiplied level in period 0. Then the result is 120.68. Okay, if we continue the calculation for the next periods, periods 2, 3, and periods 4, we obtain forecast in period 5 is 120.72. Here we also can see level in period 0 is 120.75 and level in period 1 is 120.68. So this table is represents of our calculations in the previous slide. Okay, that's all the explanation regarding demand forecasting in the supply chain. See you for another discussion in the next video.